Question number 6. Sketch this graph, labelling asymptotes, stationary points, axes of intercepts. Okay, so I've got the reciprocal of x squared minus 3x minus 4, which factorised gives negative 4 and 3, therefore negative 4 and 1. Therefore, I've got x minus 4, x plus 1. I'm going to have asymptotes at x equals 4. And x equals negative 1. Which means that I'm going to have a turning point dead middle between these two numbers, which should be at 3 on 2. So somewhere dead middle I'm going to have a turning point. So if I do y of 3 on 2, that's going to equal 10 on top of 3 on 2 squared minus 3 times 3 on 2 minus 4, which is going to be 10 on top of 9 on 4 minus 9 on 2 minus 4, which is 10 on top of 9 minus 4 minus 18 on 4 minus 16 on 4, which should be minus 8 on 5, because 5 goes into that, 5 times goes into that twice. So I know that I have a turning point at minus 8/5. And y of 0 is going to be 10 on negative 4, which is minus 2.5. So I've got this here. Okay, so I've got enough to be able to draw that. So I know that we are now going to be up here. So I might just choose negative 2. Y of negative 2 is going to equal 10 on top of 25 minus 15 minus 4, which is 10 on 6, which is 5/3. So that's going to be the same as 5/3. It's going to be 5 and 5/3. So I'm going to have a curve that looks like this. 5 and 5/3, negative 2 and 5/3, 1.5 and negative 1.5, was it 8/5? So that's negative 1. So about right, minus 8/5. And that there is 0 and negative 5 on 2. And there's my graph with the asymptotes labelled. Also got an asymptote here, which is y equals 0. Asymptotes labelled, turning point labelled, x-intercept labelled, and another point. Okay, so that's part A done. Part B said find the area enclosed by this, and that's the graph that I just drew, the x and y axis in the equation x equals 1. So I'm looking for that area there. So I'm wanting the area to equal, since it's below the axis, negative from 0 to 1 of 10 on top of x minus 4 x plus 1 dx. And I'm going to have to do some partial fractions to turn this into two separate fractions. So I'm going to have a plus bx plus a minus 4b. Therefore, a plus b has to equal 0, and a minus 4b has to equal 10. So negative, 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 negative a minus b equals 0, minus 4b equals 10, b equals minus 5b equals 10, b equals minus 2, therefore of a equals 2. So I've got negative integral from 0 to 1 of a, so 2 on top of x minus 4 minus 2 on top of x plus 1, since b was negative 2. So I might put that negative inside and turn that into positive 2 on top of x plus 1 minus 2 on top of x minus 4 dx. And the integral of those will give me logarithms. So at 2 log base e of x plus 1 minus log base e of x minus 4 from 0 to 1, which is 2 log base e of x plus 1 on x minus 4 from 0 to 1, which is 2 log base e of, putting in 1, that gives me 1 plus 1 is 2 on top of negative 3 minus log base e of 1 on top of negative 3, which is 2 log base e of 2/3 minus log base e of 1/3, which is 2 log base e of 2. If I put it as 0, that gives me a quarter, which means that's a quarter, which means that is 8/3. 2 log base e of 8/3 is going to be my answer.